Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. So I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will be in messages according to who's listening and people who'll listen afterwards, and talking about the week ahead as well. So I'm just going to let him come in and speak through me. I would like you to know that what I am seeing is that all of you here are really feeling a lot at the moment. And it is not necessarily that what you are feeling is relating to the present moment, but it is a lot about a lot of things, things which have been in the past, past lives, but also energies that perhaps you have picked up along the way, which have nothing to do with you but things which you have picked up from life. So, what I will say is that this is a time of going inwards, clearing your energy, but not fixating on what the energies are, because some of these energies will be things you have picked up from others, things that they have picked up from others as well. So it is very much like there are impersonal energies that you are clearing, as well as deeply personal ones. And the way that you can know the difference is that when you are feeling something, you can actually go inwards and get a sense of whether there is a deeper story behind it. And in some cases, you will just get a sense that there is nothing but just something that is not yours. When you feel that there is a deeper story, it will be that you will feel actually inclined to want to go deeper, to want to ask questions, to want to actually put more attention on it. But when it is not anything that there is a story behind for you personally, it will just feel like something that needs to get cleared away. I hope this makes sense. I also want you to know that nobody here is fully well and clear yet. You may feel that you are fairly clear, but I do see for all of you actually, there are still things leaving, being cleared away. And when you do feel really well, remember that it is all about actually being able to stay connected to yourself at the same time, so that you can keep going deeper into the clearing process. What I'm really trying to say is when you feel well, don't get too excited and start trying to overextend yourselves and go into energies where you are actually leaving parts of yourself behind. Because this can be a common thing to do when people feel sudden bursts of wellness, exuberance, that you can go off on tangents, leave parts of yourself behind. And this can actually then slow down the process of recovery, healing, becoming whole again. So keep yourselves really grounded in all parts of your being. And when you feel well, enjoy it, but stay connected to all other parts and allow the wellness you feel to actually help you to clear more energy in a light-hearted way. Use your time and energy to keep going inwards, because that is the time at the moment for everyone. It is the stage humanity is at where you have to clear these things away in order to then enjoy life on completely new levels, feel consistently well. What I'm also wanting you to know is those of you who get impatient with the healing process, remember that it is really important to realize that through healing, you actually start to recognize that it is all about your state. Life is all about how you feel, your state. It is not about life delivering to you what you want as and when you want it, and expecting this to be done. You have to do something your end, which is actually to be in the right state, to fully receive it, to be open, to be free of old hurts, wounds that can get in the way of really enjoying and appreciating what you have. but also to be clear enough to actually be able to really embrace whatever comes in and be able to receive it on deeper levels as well. What I'm really trying to say is be with yourselves and allow this to keep going, this process of getting clearer and clearer. And don't feel disappointed if something does not come to you straight away, because it simply indicates there is more to do. I have one more message about this, and that is no one is really here to be in a state of despair, suffering, to live like that. Nobody is here to suffer and to have this for their lives, for the rest of their lives. But some people do. Actually, many people do experience this. And that is really because what has happened is that something has got compounded, encapsulated on earth. Something has got forgotten about, something deep. And that deep thing is often hidden. So it may be that you believe it is something in particular, but normally there will be something else underneath it. And sometimes that forgotten thing can be really simple. It can be, for example, that there has been some massive injury many lifetimes ago that needs healing. It may be something else. It may be that forgotten thing is something else, like something dark, something that has been placed upon you that needs removing. But what I'm really trying to say is those of you who are stuck in cycles of suffering and really feel that nothing is going forwards, there will be something hidden that has been forgotten by you. It can be absolutely anything. For some people, this hidden thing can be, for example, that you are not able to actually be in your full power because something was taken away from you a long time ago that needs to be retrieved. But there will be something. And what I'm really trying to say is that it is not about believing that your suffering is endless, believing that there are some things that will never change. It is about going deeper at the moment. That is all. I would like to say a few more things. I would like you to know that many people in the world are really starting to realize that life is really going to be something else in the future. They see it happening and they are starting to feel a bit concerned, especially those who are really very much attached to the way the world has been. There is a lot of concern, confusion, and for the people who feel like this, sometimes there are no real answers because they are not really open to anything that is alternative in terms of points of view, perspectives. For them, what will happen is that they will start to realize that they have to change something from within. And at the right time, many people will gravitate towards healing modalities, ways of doing things which are alternative. So, those of you who are practitioners of the healing arts, alternative practices to the mainstream, I mean, it will be that you will get inundated with many people. And what you must make a decision about now is the types of people you want to work with. Because in the near future, many people will be in need and they will go and be with different practitioners. And you need to decide who you want to work with. Whether you want to work with people who are very much about the sorts of things you are, perhaps like minded people only. Or some of you may actually feel that you can relate to many kinds of people. Perhaps you have had a varied path yourself, where you have done many things and are able to actually be with many different types of people. But you need to be making these sorts of decisions now, because all of you who are healing practitioners or have something to offer when it comes to wellness will be inundated. And it is not so much about needing to find people to come to you. It will be the other way round. And it will be a case of sending some people away who you feel you are not the right person for. So, what I will say is learn to recognize that there are things that you are really good at, things that you specialize in, and types of people you are really good at helping. Get to know yourself on a deeper level here when it comes to what you have to offer. Don't get distracted by what other people are doing or offering, or start believing that in order to be successful, you have to cater for every sort of person. Because you don't. You don't have to be there for everyone. And you can even be very successful and be catering for many, many people without actually having to step out of the zone that you are really comfortable in and good at. I hope this makes sense, because what I'm wanting you to know is that in this lifetime, for everyone, it is about doing what you truly love. Everybody is going to end up feeling, as a result, a lot lighter and clearer when you embrace your passion, your joy, the things that really make you feel alive. Everybody benefits, and you really don't have to be the sort of person to cover every area. So go deep and feel what you love to do and do it. And don't worry about people not having their needs met, because they can go elsewhere to someone else. It is really good for you to work in this way and to see yourselves as a collective of beings. Those of you who are healing practitioners, wellness practitioners, that you are a collection of beings. You work together, almost like you play your part and others play their part, and together you make things happen in a powerful way. And I will say for all of you, focus on this, keeping this in mind. And through this, you will all prosper. You will all do a lot of good work together as a team. And finally, remember that as life changes, you will find yourselves actually in an elevated position, because right now the world needs healing. People need to recover, to be well. So it is the time for healers to actually step up, to actually step into what they are here to do and do it, not get caught up in old issues around feeling perhaps persecuted or unseen, having to do other types of work because you perhaps feel people are not appreciating what you have to offer. It is the other way round. It is about doing what you do best, getting on with it, and knowing that people need it, want it, and will appreciate it, and clearing your own core issues, wounding around this. That is all. I also would like you to know that there are many people in the world who are starting to feel a bit afraid as well of life in general, because they don't know what will come next. It is almost like things keep being thrown at them. So it is really good for you to be able to reassure people when they come to you, explain to them what is going on, that the world is changing and the old ways no longer work. So when people are coming from old practices, old ways, they won't work anymore. So perhaps believing that if they work harder, things will get better. If they do more, life will improve. If they are proactive, they can make things happen through force of will, things that people have done in the past, believing that if they just try to do better in life, work harder, try harder, life will become good. But it is not like this. It is about embracing deeper needs, deeper feelings, your life purpose. It is about clearing core life issues, clearing patterns, going deeper into what you are here to do. And that is what works. So, explaining this, that you have to go inside to make your life work, that trying harder won't work, and doing things in a way where you are feeling perhaps that you are being more proactive, it also will not work. It is about being more in an energy that is very subtle, sensitive, more about the feminine actually. It is less about doing, more about feeling, more about being, more about deepening your connection to yourself, your body, all parts of you, embracing your deeper needs. This is what will work in this new age. I have no more messages, but I would like you to know that every single person here is going to actually have an impact on life in a major way at the right time. You may not see yourself as that sort of person, but you will have an impact on life in this lifetime. That is what I see. I also would like you to know that there are many people who will start to feel a bit envious of those who are going within and starting to do really well. And that it is really good for you to recognize that when this comes up in people, it is actually a good sign because it is the start of them recognizing that there is something that they need to be doing that will help them. So see yourselves as people who will ultimately inspire others, even if at first others may be a bit envious. Let them be, because this is the first step to them recognizing that there is something that you are doing, something you have that they need. And as they start to notice, they will actually step up and start doing it themselves. I would like you to know that the week ahead will be fairly good. It will be clear energetically on many levels. Not perfect, but clear. And it will be a good time to do things you have wanted to do for a while, whatever that may be. I have no more messages. Hmm. Yeah, so thank you for listening, everyone. And yeah, wishing you a good weekend, a happy week ahead. Um, and yeah, and sending you lots of love.